The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken, and I hung my head and cried. You are my sunshine, my only
Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm flying blind again today because I think I need to just put new contacts in, but I refuse to give up the ghost on the other ones. So I'm wearing glasses except for I took them off. So if I look a little weird, it's the same thing as last week. Anyway, welcome to Running My Mouth, the vlog. I think this is my 5th. I don't know, it shouldn't be hard to count, but I've done it every week, yay! So I'm super psyched that I'm staying on track, and I'm having a great time. So I hope I am not annoying you, but if I was annoying you, you wouldn't watch, right? You wouldn't just watch a silly YouTube video, I would think. So today I'm going to talk about 3 things. I'm going to talk about running last week, or lack of running. I'm going to talk about also running in the coming week. I'm going to talk about a great book. And I'm going to recommend you listen to some particular style of music as opposed to my usual recommendation of a podcast. So last week, you may recall that I said I'm not going to run anymore for a week because my piriformis was bugging me, my dead butt. And I stuck to that. I did a really good job, actually. Every single day, I rolled out the spot. I used a ball. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's a really hard ball. It's almost like a lacrosse ball, but even harder. Rolled it out, did a lot of exercises, did a ton of stretching, and my week was so crazy with lots of things my kids had going on after school, as well as it was so cold out. Like, I know it's winter, so it's supposed to be cold, but it was like really, really cold out. So those early morning runs would have been supremely painful, that it would have been really hard to get those runs in. So I didn't, and I kind of didn't even lose my mind, which is pretty cool. Starting tomorrow, however, I am beginning my official half marathon training with the trainlikeamother.club program. I'm doing the 13.1 race program. Tomorrow calls for 5 to 10 minute warm up, followed by a series of, I think it's push-ups, then 10 more minutes of running, and then plank. I don't know. There's a series of things. I guess I should look it up because it's not going to be easy to know what I'm doing in the dark at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning while I'm trying to do that, because I think I'll do it outside. It's getting warmer. It's supposed to be like 30 something tomorrow. Today I did do a short run while one of my kids was at theater rehearsal, and it was beautiful out. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to starting the training program. I feel like I've been in limbo long enough, and I'm really excited, and I've got a whole gang of mother runners joining me. Well, we're all joining together, and it'll be fun to see what happens. So now for my book. I read this week Out of My Mind by Sharon M. Draper, and I was reluctant to read this book. I've seen it in my library. I think it was there before I even started working there a few years ago. And I've seen it, and I'm like, I don't know if mental health is tough, and but it's actually not a mental health kind of book. It's about a little girl who's born with cerebral palsy, and with all types of abilities and disabilities, there's a wide range. She severely suffers from lack of ability to communicate, and her mobile skills, her mobility, that's what I'm looking for. Her mobility is severely impaired. Phenomenal book. She was able to use her thumbs only, and she could kind of say, to say yes. And it's written from her perspective. She's the narrator. So you know right away that there's a lot going on. Just a beautiful book. Some hard stuff, really gets a little bit into the relationship her parents have, which, God love them, you see them fighting, but you can imagine that they handled it brilliantly. It would be a very hard situation for any family, and they do brilliantly. Anyway, Thursday night, I said we had a hard, long week with lots of stuff going on. Didn't matter. Thursday night, my husband turns off the light. I'm like, maybe 9:30, almost 10 o'clock, probably closer to 10. I drag a chair. I leave the room and drag a chair over by our pellet stove, and I snuggle up with a pillow and a blankie, and I can't stop reading the book. So it's probably 11:30 or midnight by the time I get to bed, which I know for like normal humans that's not bad, but I really like to be cozied up by like 9:30 when my older kids or off to bed. So it was a very late night. That shows you right there. It's a highly recommended book by me because I don't sit late. So highly recommend that one. So the last thing I want to recommend is protest songs, folk music, Pete Seeger style, Woody Guthrie style. I don't know, I just have been listening to that a little bit lately, just YouTubing it, and there's just something about it. Was at an event a few weeks ago for climate change, and there was a folk song called The Tide is Rising, which is not an old song, it's a brand new song, and I'll tell you what, if you ever wanted to get stirred up and really feel compelled to make some big changes, that was the song. So I'm going to link it here, and I'm not going to sing it even though I sing it all the time. I would just be doing a disservice to the real performance of that song. So those are my 3 things. I think I was kind of quick today. I hope I didn't forget anything, and I love it. I had my followers double last time. I have now 4 subscribers, 4, gotta move my fingers in the middle, and I had a couple of likes, so that was really exciting. So can I do it again? Can I get 2 more subscribers? Or dare I wish these things? 4 more subscribers to double it again, that would be fantastic. I know it's just nonsense, so no big deal, but I have a good time, and I like to think I'm talking to other people who sort of see my point of view and might want to talk back at me. So if you want to talk back at me, I'd love to hear you. So for now, for January 24th, I will say, thanks, Mom. Mwah.